I just ate me a crab salad sandwich and no shame. No shame. It was so good. Oh, dude, that's so cool! I have actually never seen that. In my entire time playing this game, I've never seen the dog actually react to a wild animal running through the camp. Now that's cool. I gotta say, that is super cool. More realism added to the game. Right on. That's pretty awesome. I've never seen that. Well done, Rockstar. You often cease to amaze me. What is that? Is that a horse? Is that a moose? Something incredibly big off in the background here. What is that? Let's go get a closer look at this. I want to know what that is. I know, me and my obsession with moose. I really love moose. I mean, as an animal, they're majestic. As an animal in this game, it's more about the just their hard to find factor. Whoa, hello. Hey, horsey. Is this another instance where, yep, it's another player's horse that's just, it's stuck here. I can't get up on it. Oh. There's a cougar over here. Don't you dare turn 2-star. You stay 3-star. Stay, kitty. Good kitty. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. First thing. Okay, I know I trash talk this game a lot, but in all honesty, like, first thing when I spawn in, I find a cougar. A 3-star cougar. That's gonna be amazing for camp. Not bad. Dude, that's the way to start. When you hop on first thing of the day, you get a cougar. It's so awesome. Alright, let's slow it down a minute. Let's slowly make our way through here. Okay. Because if there's a moose, I don't want to scare it away. Shut up! I know I'm obsessed with moose. I love moose. I love moose. I love lamp. I love lamp. More than anything, I love lamp. That's badass. Like, hands down. First thing, spawn in, and there's a 3-star cougar just waiting for me. Easy pickings. That's pretty awesome. That just made my whole day. Isn't that sad? Something as simple as that made my day. Ooh, let's make stew of the day. Yeah, I'm the one who made it, Crips. Why don't you be useful and go make stuff? And shut up and stuff. Shut up. Shut up. No, you shut up. Shh. I've heard enough of them stories. Just shh. No. Just, no. No. I don't want to hear about your training as an acrobat. No. Just no. No. Just no. We look as redneck as all heck. We look like we're about to go meet up with some hot cousins. For real. With this mullet, we're rocking the mullet. Can I... No. Sadly, everybody is wearing the Dutch outfit. Question though, if they burn me really bad, does that mean they're giving me the Dutch oven? Loser. Anyway. I want to choose one of these pre-made outfits, but I don't want to choose one that sucks, and they all suck. Obviously, if you bought this game with, like, special edition, this right here, this is your special edition. You got this outfit. That's it. That's all I got? Really? Might have to get creative here in a sec. For now, we're just gonna keep the, we're gonna keep the fancy businessman outfit going. I like that. As long as that moonshiner thing is right there, nothing is gonna spawn here. I think last time I was trying to find a moose, wasn't I? The legendary moose. If there's a bunch of Canadian geese right here. Is there? No. Normally there's a bunch of Canadian geese right there on that rock. Look at all the squirrels. Look at all the squirrels. I want to find out where they're all going, and as soon as I catch up with them all, I want to just gas them. I just gassed a ton of squirrels out. Alright, I feel better about my life. Isn't that sad? Like, after I kill a bunch of squirrels, and I'm like, I feel better about my life. I did a good deed today. I did a good thing. Alright, seriously, it's almost time for dailies to change over, so really quickly, I have to... Oh, clothing style updated. Okay. Yeah, really quickly, I have to, change the outfit here a bit. So, like, even just doing... God, I look like such a noob, though. Every noob wears that outfit. I need to change my pants. Excuse me a sec. Let's just, that. There we go. We got our daily in. We got one daily in so far. Nice. Isn't that awesome when you get a daily out of doing, like, just simple, easy stuff? Let's go with the lumber boots. What am I gonna do for a shirt? Do the Rex Road shirt. Fits my disgusting look that I'm going with. Poncho? Yeah, America. Do we want to wear a check? Yeah, we'll wear a vest. And a hat. Where's the hat? Yeah, I guess we'll wear that ugly thing. Well, let me wear that and the headband. Yes, it will. Oh, yeah. Hey, buddy, don't mess with America. No government gonna tell me what to do. Gloves? Should I wear gloves? Is there a pair of gloves that goes with this outfit even? The Hellsby gloves? Yeah, why not? Just call me Captain America. The summertime soldier. You know what? I'm gonna save this outfit because I like it. I like it. What are we gonna call it? Let's go Cap'n America. Really? I can't put an H at the end? No, I can. Captain America! Yeah! Don't mess with Captain America. Alright. You're just jealous that you didn't think of it first. Just admit it. You're jelly. You're like super jelly. You're jellier than a donut. You're a jelly dog nut. Donut. I mean. 3 turkeys skinned. Visit Bulger Glade. Treasure maps. Or treasure maps found. Yeah, why not? Let's, where's the closest one? Let's get one that's kind of over by... Oh, perfect. I can visit Bulger Glade and get a treasure map out of the way at the same time. 2 dailies, 2 for 1. Why not? Alright, let's put our camp thingamajig over in, whatchamacallit. Scarlet Meadows. And then... Dude, where's my car? And then... and then... Everybody just, like, left. Like, no, I'm not watching no more. This guy is just too crazy for me. It's quoting movies now. It's getting a little too crazy. It's gotta calm down. Look, Ma, I traveled here. I'm gonna go find me a hot cousin here. Let's go. Did you know in parts of the South they are still able to teach? They are still teaching like their own separate version of history. According to some areas, like according to the South, they think they won or that they didn't unconditionally surrender in the Civil War. Isn't that just pure ridiculousness that the loser gets to set the idea or gets to set the precedent for their loss, should we say? It was an utter and total loss. The unconditional surrender of the Confederate Army. Unconditional. Although there were conditions set, because we had every option to say, you know what, all those years of slavery have benefited the richest white men, whereas reparations were never made for the African American community. Is this guy gonna turn around and come at me? Oh, he sure is. Yippee. Come get it, buddy. Just so I'm ready for you. Do you like boom booms? I got boom booms. I'll show you my boom boom. Dynamite arrows. Someone didn't like what I said about America and the unconditional surrender of the Confederate Army. God, I love to rub that in. I really love to rub that in. It makes some people so chapped in the ass and so sore. But I love saying it. The South lost. Unconditional surrender. Now, if we had not agreed to let them keep their money that they made by means of slavery and instead given reparations to the, at the time, slaves or freed slaves, they never, half of these big corporate interests or these big corporations that exist today, some of them, would not exist. And that's not a, oh, it's a good thing we didn't. Nah. Because these corporations suck, man. They lobby like crazy. They lobby against your best interest. There's no high praise or, you know, anything like that for them. They're assholes. It's not that they solved slavery so much or they ended slavery. They just expanded it. Due to corporate interest, they were able to expand it. Like, they believe they don't have to give you healthcare benefits. They don't have to pay you a living wage. They set the terms and conditions for your hiring. So, technically, in a way, some of these southern companies that are influencing, especially southern politicians, like, you got Mitch McConnell, you got DeSantis, you got who's that jackass from Texas again? I try so hard to forget names, but at the same time I try hard to remember names. I just know that a lot of that southern influence in politics today still stems from much of the sour, resentful feelings felt to this day. It's true. It's very true. And if you want to tell me, oh, the Civil War is over, you know, everybody should just, you know, get over it. I agree. We should all just get over it. And in fact, we should remember it. It should be taught. But the South don't like that. The South decided they don't want the accurate U.S. history taught, because it paints a picture of them that's a little too accurate and still too accurate. It's not that they've changed and they're worried about tarnish on their so-called good reputation. It's the fact that these people have been kept poor and in poverty, and their elected politicians, their representative politicians, are screwing them over and keeping them poor, yet they're not smart enough to vote for actual politicians that have their interest at heart. So yeah, it's a sad, you know, sad story, but as long as they keep thinking that democracy and how should we say this, like that democracy is their so-called enemy and it's a product of the Yankee invasion of the South or whatever you want to call it, you know, piss off. I'm sorry, you lost. Actually, not sorry. Not sorry. Not in the least. Never will be. You know? And given now under Donald Trump, well, now it's Biden, but officially Biden, Legitimately Biden. Trump lost, man. Officially. That Arizona audit was done by Trump fanatics, and they turned up more votes for Biden. Wasting taxpayer money just to confirm, yep, Trump lost. And you know what? He lost even sorer than he did originally thought. So, I mean, yeah, I didn't mean to rattle off about all this stuff, but I mean, in a historically accurate way in this video game, yeah, they do portray it just right. The redneck hicks in the South became basically vigilantes, and like Lemoyne Raiders, they weren't a real thing, but they became like vigilantes and bad guys who kept causing trouble for just the political sourness, should we say. They were just sour. And we're seeing that come back today. But because Trump lost, it's a good thing. But you saw a lot of this stuff come out in their politics. You saw a lot of this come out in like the wishful thinking of the Republican Party and conservatives during the time that Trump was running for election the first time around. They were rattling off, oh, he's gonna put everybody in place, he's gonna do this, he's Big Papa Trump, he's gonna make you all get a job, and blah blah blah, and all this tough guy talk. But some people were rattling off about their own idea, their own wishful thoughts, that Trump was going to reinstate slavery, that Trump was going to be the key to the South rising again. You know the whole saying, the South will rise again? Well, they rose for just a couple seconds and went down crashing in flames, so, you know, sucks to be them. You can't rattle off about the inequalities that you support and hope that stick around through whatever tyrant that you hope to instill just because you want something. You know what I mean? Is they thought, oh, you're all gonna pay now. You elected a black man the last time around, so we're gonna instate this mock TV billionaire who's not even a billionaire, or a millionaire for that matter. He's actually piss poor. He's in debt. $400 million owed to someone, which is traceable to Russian oligarchs. I mean, you just follow the money. Just follow the money. They can lie all they want, but when you follow that money, it's going to take you right to the source. And I'm surprised that with all the dots that there are to connect, they haven't so far just put that full picture out there. The rest of us get it, you know? But something tells me at the end of all this, there's still going to be some spin to it. What the hell was that? Is that like a clone of my horse? No. What the what? Check it out. It's another owned horse, and it's just laying here dead. Normally those are supposed to despawn. Okay, something's up with the mechanics of this game. I keep finding people's horses that are like unmountable and you can't flee them. I mean, I tried to be nice. I tried to flee the horse for somebody. Anyway, I don't want to rattle off on a political note all night. I would rather just say, you know what, we came really close to arms wide open, welcomed tyranny in the United States. Authoritarianism. And they're gonna say every attempt, you know, to curb this virus and whatnot is tyranny and blah blah blah. The overall objective right now is to make things as bad as possible under Biden and then try to fix them to a certain extent after to try and make themselves look good. But you can't make that comeback. Like, Republicans have pretty much already stained their reputation. There's no coming back for them out of this. There's no, oh, we were lying, and you know what? Now we're gonna wear masks and we're gonna socially distance and we're gonna curb this virus because now we're in charge and we're the saviors of it all. Little too late and very hypocritical and very telling. So they're going to have a hard time even within their own base. Like, their own hypocrisies are showing. A lot of people have also missed the fact that fundamentalists, religious fundamentalists, were on board with the Trump campaign as well. Religious fundamentalists, white supremacists, and neo-Confederates. Is that what we were supposed to call them? Neo-Confederates? And there's even, like, neo-Crusaders. There's people who honestly thought and believed that this man, this piece of shit in an orange wig, this orange man, was their savior. They put him above their own God. You know what I mean? It's just messed up. Because in the Bible, it even says that God had said at one point, do not put any one man above me. So when they did that, they committed a sin, basically. Maybe not a sin, but their own God does not agree with them. On that note, they went against their own God. So their arguments for things being a religious right or a religious exemption or whatever you want to call it, like, it was just all bullshit. It was all a flex, so to speak. And we all know the far right in this country are just crazy. I mean, they've been crazy. So when we're attacked by a foreign enemy or foreign entity, it's all, brown man bad, Middle East people bad. But where were these screams all through the 90s when you had religious nutters going around, like, literally bombing clinics and hospitals? And where was the outcry? Where was the so-called term for terrorism at the time? Because terrorism, if you want to be accurate, terrorism is a term that I came to know in the early 90s when these doctors were being slaughtered or killed, and far-right people were killing people and saying God told them to do it. I mean, that was just about as twisted and terroristic as it can get. But the hypocrisy is just mind-blowing. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's just all crazy. I'm very good at picking out the patterns of history. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm more of a keeper of factual information that I've picked up over time. Growing up with things in the 90s and just seeing the way people are, I guess. It's no surprise to me why things are bad now and why or how things got this way. People asking, however did it become so bad? How did it get this way? I could tell you how it got this way. Would you believe me if I told you? Would you believe me? That's the thing, because people are biased. People don't want to hear how they're wrong. And try telling a Republican or somebody who's maybe not been a Republican lifelong, but recently under Trump became one. Try telling them how it's not different now. It's still the same. You know what I mean? Anyway, I didn't get on here to be all political and shit. I didn't get on here to rant about all that. It's just, it's funny how people can't connect the dots. They can't disown their own bad apples. And they can't. And I guess one of the major reasons, or one of the major connectors there, goes back to one of my previous streams when I said that one of the biggest problems in the world right now is people have gotten used to this idea of treating people that are wrong like they're stupid. And nobody wants to suffer the abuse and humiliation of being wrong, because fessing up to being wrong means you're treated just like everybody else that's ever made a mistake or is wrong. You know, we've created this society where people are basically incapable of admitting their faults because they're afraid of getting rolled over and growled at in the face. So you've got this righteous seeking attitude. You've got this I can do no wrong kind of approach to things. And it's creating a real problem. It's creating a very real problem, because at this point you're just gonna have a bunch of projection and hypocrisy pertaining to political indifferences. So you're gonna have a bunch of people trying to say, oh no, I'm not wrong, you're wrong. But everyone is technically wrong. It's just nobody wants to admit they're wrong. Nobody. Admitting you're wrong is a death sentence. That means you have to roll over and take it the way that they've dished it. And they don't want to be treated the way they teach others, or the way they treat others. I mean, a good example would be Jane Elliott. Jane Elliott, the anti-racism goddess herself, the awesome Jane Elliott, who famously asked a room full of white kids, or mixed race kids, all sorts of kids, who here wants to be treated as an African American does in our society today? Nobody stood up. So she said, I don't think you understood the question. I said, if you want to be treated as as people treat African Americans in today's society, stand up. And she said, you see that? Nobody stood up. That means everyone here knows what's up. They don't want to say it, but nobody wants to be treated that way, because they know how people of color are being treated. It's important. Jane Elliott is brilliant. She's been very good at triggering the privilege in people, like getting it out of you, getting you to feel like, oh, this is unfair, I don't know why I'm being treated this way because I'm white, poor me. And it's like, well, here's something for you. You have the option of running crying out of the room when somebody of color feels persecuted against or treated wrong. It's not like they can just walk away from that situation and they're fine. Everywhere they go, they're dealing with it. Everywhere they go, there's not a single safe place for them to go and be away from it, because everywhere they go, they run into it. And it was a very brilliant point. It was a very valid point. So anyway, like I don't want to be all political. So let's get beyond this, all right? You basically like you get where I stand. I mean, I'm about as Northern Yankee as it comes. I do not side with any of that crap. I don't support it. It's just interesting to point out how things connected in that sense with the Trump camp. With how everybody that basically, not everybody, but you know, wasn't everybody that supported it, but you know what? You didn't hear many people that were from that side of the aisle standing up and saying anything when it mattered. For people that were apparently so accepting and not the way they were being pegged as, they sure easily got pegged that way because that's the way they actually are. Is that another... That's another horse that belongs to somebody. What the heck, dude? Something weird is going on here. Something really weird is going on here. Like, it's not common to find so many other players' horses just sitting there. Ah, buddy, you're stuck out in the water, dude. Get out of here. I want to flee you. Fuck off. I'm trying to help. Aw, it's a pretty horse, too. Look at that. Very pretty horse. Get out of here, bud. Get out of here. Can I flee you? Horses don't like fire. What if I do this? Go. Go. Get out of here. I can't even flee you. I'm so sorry. Your owner is a straight up dick for leaving you here. Like, I'm sure they didn't just abandon you here, but I mean, that sucks. There's nothing I can do for this horse, man. There's nothing I can do for this horse. It's like stuck here. I feel bad, but at the same time, it's just a horse in a video game. So, it's not like it's a real animal. That being said, I'm a little more okay with it just terminally, like, standing there forever. Just really sucks. Like, I feel like I can't be of more use for it. You know what I mean? Oh, well. But, all the political stuff aside, this game is pretty accurate with, much of its depictions of history. There's a turkey. There's a turkey. I need one more turkey. Here, turkey, turkey, turkey. There's another turkey around here somewhere. Where did it go? There's one more turkey around here. I'm gonna get it. Captain America is gonna get that turkey. 'Cause we need money. We don't need money. I'm finally up to 10 gold. Woo! Hopefully that Halloween pass is actually free. Nope. I already skinned that turkey. I need one more turkey. Come on. One more turkey. Just one. It's not like turkeys that are that hard to find. Turkey. Oh yeah, all through high school. All through high school, I was, not high school. It was middle school when we first learned about the Civil War. But yeah, I mean, after I learned about that, I got pretty deep into learning the actual, like, full detailed history and not the Southern taught history. That's what I was, that's the point that I was reaching. So the South is weird in the sense where the South has actually been able to modify their history books to teach things from the angle that, you know, they try to say, oh, slavery never existed, it's a great conspiracy, it never happened, that they were the good guys and the North were, you know, the winning side had rewritten history to their favor or their liking. Bunch of bullcrap. I mean, it's just whitewashed nonsense. That's basically it. But like I said, bunch of people can't admit they're wrong. And people who can't admit they're wrong will not own up to it. They're afraid of being treated the way they treat others for being wrong. But yes, a lot of those undereducated hillbillies are just perpetrators, not perpetrators, keeping the lie going, basically. The lie that they've been taught or that they've somehow skewed from their own derived version of history that leaves out the fact that they were, you know, slave owners, that they were in the wrong through history. And they teach things from the point of view, in some states, they teach things from the point of view that the South won. Even though, factually speaking, the United States flag is still flying high in the skies, and national buildings do not allow the Confederate flag, so I don't know what people are saying. You know, they won when they didn't. If they had won, their flag would be allowed everywhere. In all honest truth, the Confederate flag is illegal in most states. Some states. Not most states. Some states. Heck, the great state of Minnesota, alright? I love my state. You know why? We have a captured Confederate battle flag that we refuse to give back. I forget which southern state it was that's, you know, on our ass about trying to get us to give it back. Claims that it's their heritage and their right to own that flag, but we refuse to give it back because we own it fair and square. You know, we captured it fair and square. If the sentiment is, oh, it's our flag and we value it, we want it back, well, obviously someone didn't learn their history and lesson. They didn't learn their lesson in history, because that's a trophy. And you ain't never getting that back. You're never gonna get that back. You will have to try to rise again with your own army and take it back. But, you know, that's illegal. That's treason right there. The attempt, or the idea even, the sentiment of rebelling against the United States at this point from U.S. citizens is in itself an act of treason. So, you want to look further wrong and you want to lose again, by all means, try to rise again. We welcome it. Try again. This time, when you're wrong, unconditional is gonna mean unconditional, and that means the end. No more chance to come to arise again. Alright? That's what it means. And in fact, it should have been made law long ago that all Confederate flags be destroyed. Somebody out there is going to be really, really, really pissed about that commentary. But you know what? That ain't my history. That ain't my heritage, so to speak. Those beliefs do not match mine. Those beliefs didn't even win. Those beliefs did not win. You lost that war, so you lose that privilege. You don't get to fly that flag for losing that war. We fought you fair and square. You lost. You surrendered. Done deal. And I think it's funny that people play this game. They do their little Civil War reenactments where the South wins, apparently. It's hilarious, because only in a video game can you roleplay that out. Factual history states otherwise. Just cute to see their little plays of denial, you know. In all honesty, the North won. The South unconditionally surrendered. Although there were technical conditions, like I said. If we hadn't let them keep the money that they made off of slavery, illegal slavery, if we hadn't let them keep that money, some of the corporations that exist today would not exist. Some of the companies that exist today would not be as powerful. It was our wrong to let them keep it. So if at any point in the future they change that and they decide to say, you know, no, they lost, and, you know, you don't get to write the terms for which you lose under. I'm sorry, it don't work that way. You don't get to make up your own terms for losing. So someday it may come to that point where we have to adjust things to fit the correctness of things. It's not, you know, people who hate political correctness often are wrong. You know what I mean? It's the most wrong people that are against political correctness. It means you don't like being wrong because you are. You know, say what you want to me about it, but tell it to the facts. Face the facts. You can pick an easy target to argue with all you want. You can pick a target to argue with and try to corner somebody in an argument. But at the end of everything said and done, truthfully speaking, you're gonna have to argue those facts out with the facts themselves. Same thing as religion and science. Religion doesn't like science because science disproves much of what religion teaches. And you'll have those religious freaks that try to say, oh, no, religion and science go hand in hand. Not really. Because carbon dating the Earth versus creationism states that the Earth is only like, what, 4,000 years old or 40,000 years old or something like that. But actual science proves, and it's not hard, you don't have to look very hard, just as simple as dating rocks in mountains or fossils. Trees, even some of the oldest trees on Earth are actually over a couple 100,000 years old, I believe. If I ain't mistaken. I might be mistaken. Hundreds of years old. Sorry. But I mean, you look at fossils. You look at some of the mountains even. You dig far enough into the rock, you're going to find rock that is as old as over 30 million years old. Possibly 400 million years old. Fossils of dinosaurs are actually dated as old as, what is it, in more recent ones anyway, it's 365 million years. So the whole 400,000, 40,000, whatever, that age of the Earth apparently is inaccurate. It's proven wrong. I'm not trying to be a dick to anybody. It's just I don't see why outdated and old ideologies are allowed to exist. I don't see why they're allowed to continue. If it's proven wrong, it's wrong. So you get bumped over to fiction and you have to own it. You don't get to sit around and protest politically and say, no, my religion is truth, my religion is 100% accurate, and how dare you question things. You don't get to pull that. You don't get to use that, because when did being wrong mean you're right? I mean, it's just the same projectionism that since the beginning of time. It's like the same projectionism. It's not new. It's old. It's outdated. Not backed by scientific explanation. Science is not a religion. It's not a belief. Science is a product. Or, sorry, not a product. It is a proven method for determining facts. It's the process. That's what I mean. It's a process. How you can't disprove it. I mean, yeah, there's objectionable theories. There's theories. There's also hypothesis. There's, see, the theory of gravity. It's called that, and it's been proven. Just people get that mixed up. Theory and hypothesis. Hypothesis is having an idea. Theory is a proven hypothesis. Go round and round in circles over that one. Believe me, we all have that really religious aunt that will never shut up, never admit to being wrong, and anytime you question her, anytime you get her to question herself, she's throwing out the Hail Marys and the oh dear Jesus, he don't know what they're talking about. Yeah, I do. It's you that doesn't know what you're talking about, and you that feels threatened by the truth. It's you that feels threatened by being proved wrong. But anyway, like I was saying, I mean, this all ties in, because those people tie into the far right leaning section of our political spectrum here in the United States. You've got your religious fanatics, you've got your white supremacists, you've got your, you know, you've got your jerkwads who just want to be jerkwads. I mean, you're going to have that from forever. You're going to have that forever. People are just assholes to be assholes. If it means other people are suffering, they're all for it. Because, haha, you know, that's their thing. Is haha. Things are unequal. Boo-hoo for you, and yay for me for having some sort of leverage to hold over you. When you think about it, that's just the most loserish you could be.
Yeah, I get a lot of these.
It doesn't give you a win, it just... it's a show of character, and when these people go all high and almighty about how religious and how pure they are, how true they are to their so-called white Jesus, then you've got a problem, because the morals of those people don't match up with the morals of the Christ that was taught about in their Bible. So they become basically like hypocrites. And they try. They put words in... They try to put words in his mouth and interpretations and whatnot to match themselves, because they know they've been proven wrong. However, they don't want to admit they're wrong. So rather than admit they're wrong, they try to wiggle things around until it matches more of like what they want to say or believe or think. Denialism is a very, very thick quality in the United States. It's a very dark side of our handling of things in this country. And one thing that we really need to do, and sadly, I mean, not sadly, it's really hard to do. It's really hard to basically set the tables, say, look, these are the established facts. This is truth. Anything that doesn't survive the picking and tearing apart by criticism or critical thought, basically, it's objectionable. But the truth is undisputed, you know? Truth is what you're left with when beliefs are proven wrong. But there's no national level of line drawing, basically. Like, nobody wants to draw the line. Nobody wants to say, look, okay, it's been proven false, it's false. Overall, line drawn, we're done with it. It's not something you can revive every 10 years or 5 years or whenever. Whenever you feel like putting progress in a hurt locker. Like with what they're doing right now with the filibuster in Congress. We can't get anything done. Can't get anything done because these people are getting off on this idea that if they hold us all off from progressing, then they can mark that off as a failure on their part. But you can't... Okay, let's put it this way. You can't go stabbing holes in the tires of the city bus that you're waiting for and then bitch and complain because it's late. What does that say? It means you're creating problems. And that's another thing we're really good at in this country, is creating problems to which we don't really seek solutions. We don't want to solve these problems. Believe me, if these problems could be solved, they would be solved. Right? Wrong. They can be solved. It's just you have obstruction. You've got constant obstruction. And for nothing more than sore losers holding the tables to keep progress at bay. Truth. Right? I'd fist bump any of you out there that agree with me. If you disagree, I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, but you're not entitled to your own set of facts. That's just reality. And I think if reality is your enemy, then your problem isn't with me, your problem is with reality. You need to reassess. You need to reassess yourself. You know what I mean? You need to reassess how you cope and deal. I don't know. I didn't want to get all political in the first place, but we got to talking about the factual history of this game. Like, this game being pretty close to some of the actual factual history with the, like, Lemoyne Raiders, like, being the ex-Confederates who didn't want to give up. And the honest truth wasn't they didn't want to give up because their war was worth anything anyway. They wanted to secede from the North because, or from the United States itself, because they felt with the times changing, if they hit the brakes and drag their feet, they might somehow block or stop progress from spreading through the South, meaning their attempts to keep everyone poor enough to be content with what shit jobs you worked for what low wage, and the amount of slavery at the time. Well, I don't know. Anyway, fact of the matter is, there's a turkey right here. That's the fact of the matter. I need that turkey. But no, yeah, the United States is infamously well-rooted in these far-right idealisms, always coming at the wrong time and always serving at the interests of these white supremacist ideas, usually white supremacist, or how should we say, fundamentalist Christian. I mean, you had the churchy people killing, murdering, torturing Native Americans. Why? Because they saw them as devils or savages or unpure beings. Because they weren't white. They didn't have blue eyes. They were not speaking the American language. Bullshit. They were not speaking English. Therefore, it made them feel as though these people were evil because they were not like them. It's pure and simple. They were not like them. They were different. They were an anomaly that threatened their idea of conversion. They wanted everyone to be like them. Believe as they believe, do as they do. No individuality. Much of them are still like that today. There's nothing different about how they were 80 years, 100 years, 200 years ago, and now. Except they have Wi-Fi connection. They're still the same primitive, knuckle-dragging, Bible-thumping people. They haven't changed. But times are changing. Times have changed and gone on without them, so they've had to find new and more things to go up against. Ideas and changes like anti-gay, anti-this, anti-that. You know, it's just not one of us. Not one of us. That's basically the way that these religious nutters were operating. That was their idealism. Was either you convert or die. That's what the whole Crusades was pretty much. It was a fight to take and claim the Holy Lands for the white man, because the white man wanted to hold absolute truth over that religion. They didn't want the origins of that religion to be based out of fact, like Jesus was not white. Jesus was a Middle Eastern man. He was not one of them. They've had to try to whitewash things to fit their narrative. So yeah, when you look at those times versus now, we are seeing a bunch of people throwing adult hissy fits still to this day, because the rest of the world has moved on with the facts. These people are still stuck in the past. These people can't come up with anything modern. There was never a second adaptation of the Bible. There was never a second Bible. There was never any other instances to go off of in recorded history. They didn't have anything up to date other than a book that was based in God knows how long ago. It's told as a nighttime story to scare their children away from touching themselves. I mean, God, can we just be honest? I am on that page where, yeah, we should update. We should, like an old computer that is capable of it, yeah, we should force an update. We really should. Not through any means of, like, say, you know, fascism or holding a gun to anybody's head, because honestly, that's their approach. You know, that's got them written all over it. That is so classic them. They want to say that that's what we are doing to them. It's not what we are doing to them. That is straight out of their playbook. Is rally up everybody behind this cause, behind this idea of bringing back America for Christ, and, you know, that was all them. That's them. That's their agenda, and they're just boldly lying about it. Straight out. Projectionism has always been a far-right thing.
Okay, this'll have to do.
And people want to say, oh, well, I'm not really all that political. You know, I myself am not a political person. Well, you should be. You technically should be, because politics are policy regarding people. Your rights are always at risk. You can't afford to not be political. It's privilege that says, I'm not political. Like, you're content with things, I guess. You have no right to complain if you're not political. I'm sorry. You have no right to complain. You wanna not take part in the process, and you wanna still complain. You're complaining but not doing anything about it. That's the truth. You just want the problem. You don't want the solution. But yeah, that's I don't want to be all political throughout this whole thing, but it's pretty much a political. This is turning very political. But it, you know, some really good people out there now know where I stand. You know, I'm not a jackass. You know, I'm not against you. I've always been an ally. I've always been on the side of freedom for people. I've never once cheered for the idea of fascism, holding guns to people's heads and telling them this is the way that we're making it, this is the way it's gonna be. I'm not the one triggered so hard that I'm running for my gun. Let that sink in. Please. Think about that. I'm not the one so triggered that I feel I need to arm myself against change. When you need to arm yourself against change, you need to go and grab your guns and so-called fight for your apparent right to be a racist or a dick. There's something not right there. There's nothing just to that cause. It just means you're an asshole who can't win an argument. You cannot win an argument with facts. So your one go-to is, I can't win an argument, but at least I own a gun. So nobody's gonna tell me I'm wrong, even if I am. See? I don't agree with that. I don't condone that. I don't look at that and see honest, good people. I see something far more messed up. I see this side of America that cannot admit it's wrong. I see a thick denialism. I see a projection. Like I said, projectionism is a very far-right thing. It's been on the right forever. For some examples for you, okay? Projectionism. Things that they say about the other side that they themselves are actually doing. Lauren Boebert, okay? Lauren Boebert from Arizona, the tweaky little QAnon princess herself, is now under federal investigation for using campaign funds to pay her rent. Okay? The right is always projecting, saying, oh, the leftists want to live off the government. Leftists want to live for free. They want everything for free. And then, well, technically, paying for your rent out of campaign donations, campaign money, that's meant for your campaign. There are laws concerning what you can and cannot do with campaign funds. They're pretty drawn out. Nowhere in campaign fund usage is it granted that you can use campaign funds for personal expenses. Meaning you can't live off that money. Alright? Donald Trump paid Stormy Daniels, apparently, out of the money that was for his campaign funds. That money came out of campaign funds. He's still going to be looked at for that. They're not done with him. There's no executive privilege that can protect him from that. I mean, that's out in the open. He's bragging about it, especially with the January 6th thing. He is openly touting it. He doesn't know enough to shut his mouth to protect himself from incriminating himself. He gloats about it. To him, it's just one big joke. It's, look what I can get away with. They'll put anybody else in jail for it, but not me. No, no, no. There's a different set of rules for me. And no, there's not. And it's catching up with him very, very fast. That idea. So, okay. Another example, projectionism. Matt Gaetz, part of the QAnon movement that believes what? Democrats are part of some sort of cult or whatever that are diddling kids and sex trafficking kids or whatever. That turned out to be a lie. And what's interesting is, look at Matt Gaetz, alright? What's he under investigation for right now? Sex trafficking of a minor? Sexual contact with a minor? Matt Gaetz? Part of the QAnon movement that believes that Democrats are doing this? But it turns out he's actually doing this? Where's the outrage? Instead, they defend him. Alright? And that's another example of the projectionism that I'm seeing. You know, the things that they say that the Democrats apparently are doing are actually things that they themselves are doing. And there's this thick narcissism. There's this deep, thick denial of reality from the far right. They don't want to believe it. Even the facts are coming out. Facts are being put out there with the lines, with the dots connected and everything. All the work done for them. All they have to do is look it over, read it, and weep. And yet they still deny it. It's right in front of them, but they deny it. The projectionism from the right wing is just too thick. So most of the things that they say, that they project about the left wing, the right are actually doing themselves. That's important to note. Aw, dude, that horse is here again. I don't know what to do for you, bud. It's just crazy. And you'll see more of this hypocrisy. Again, you'll see more of this hypocrisy coming out. Because they're not done yet. It's not done yet. You'll see more of this hypocrisy with all the the ways that it connects. It's crazy how some of these people are even considering re-election. It blows my mind. They're still seeking re-election. They don't want to cut and run like they should. If they knew any better, if they knew how to handle it, they would cut and run. They would leave the political world. They'd get out of the spotlight. They would quietly disappear or whatever, but they're too dumb. They stay in the political game when they know they shouldn't. Because the power is something they don't want to give up on. They just don't want to let go of that. And that's another example of the projectionism that we're seeing. You know? They say Democrats are all about the power grabs and all this and that. They can't even give us an honest instance of election fraud. Yet they're making all these big pushes to try and change election laws. And the people that are affected mainly by these changes that they want to make are people of color. Because more people of color turned out for this current election. Just pay close attention to what's going on, is what I'm saying. You, like me, should open your eyes and keep them open to what's going on. Why is Moonshine on extra special today? Huh. Moonshine's worth more this week. Cool. Really cool. Okay. I just need to do one more daily to feel good about myself, because I'll be at 11 gold. I've been struggling forever. Blending tonics. One of my favorite things to stock up on. I'm pretty sure that I've actually gotten low on. One more reason I need to go see Harriet. And I really don't want to, but I have to. I really freaking hate... Yeah, I hate Harriet. Yep. I have to go see Harriet. Damn it. I don't wanna. But I don't want to. I don't want to go see Harriet. Harriet smells funny. Smells like patchouli. An alligator asshole. It's gross. I've never smelt an alligator's asshole, but I imagine it smells like Harriet. Like hairy tits. Excuse my language. Harriet's like your average hippie who doesn't like bathe or never showers and smells just god awful. She's like the festival going chick that you stand like 10 feet away from, otherwise you just smell like pure unwashed weeks and almost months of just like, it smells like she took a nap and decided to just never try in life again. Like she sleeps all day. You know what I mean? She just smells like zero effort, I guess.
You there? Yeah, burnout town at Northeast. Pleasance. Looks like some of them hill folks saw something over there. Maybe could be trouble. I'll watch. You look like you might take to that sort of thing.
Why are there two of you?
Just come here a minute, will you? Take a look or not? Oh, hell!
I don't want to help your friend. Look, I just wanted to drop her off with you guys. That's what I do when I don't want to deal with an NPC. Just drag them behind me. Take them for a little ride. Yeah, I just know Harriet's gonna kill me. She's gonna be bitching at me the minute I step up. Hello.
No, I won't accept this kind of brutality. That's it. You're testing my patience now. I've heard what you've been doing. They tell me, you know? Oh, disgraceful.
Ew, you smell like burnt waffles and skunk butt. Ew. Don't touch me, Harriet. You smell like Bigfoot's crotch after Shark Week or something. It's just nasty. You smell like a cat, like the dog got in the cat litter and farted it all over the living room. Go to quote Deadpool. Why are you here? I don't want to rescue the stranger. Leave me alone. Thank you for the alcohol. Move in on him, y'all. Y'all don't come back now. I didn't agree to this, Red Dead. Why you make me face this when I don't want to? Now I get to loot you. All of you. Why do you register as right here, yet you're down here? Oh, I can't loot the other guy. Okay. Alright. Well. I don't want to rescue the stranger. No. Someone else do it. I don't want to. I'll blow up that stranger if I have to. Basically, you let Harriet spray you, you come back like 5 minutes later and she's forgotten why she's mad at you. Any woman who's mad at you, ever, just bring her some chocolate. Wait 5 minutes, bring her some chocolate, and it's all good. You know, she get over it. Most of the time, she's just upset.
I sincerely hope you're here on friendly terms.
Well, I am here on I want to do business with you really quick, but you won't let me. Is this because of the thing that I may have done earlier? Because that was not me. That was the guy that looks like me. Them animals be lying to you. It ain't me. I didn't do it. This gator just positioned himself to be like right there, ready to strike. Harriet, why are you so mean to me? Why are you so mean to me? Don't
Look at you right now.
Don't
Later, I might have calmed down.
Don't make me go grab an animal and skin it right at your doorstep like I always do.
Don't, please. You're scaring me. You don't know who you are. That's the problem.
I do know who I am. You don't know who I am. That's your problem. I also do this because I've done this before a couple times with like the fences, and I come back to see the fence and like the fence is like missing half of his face or something. It's great. Or he's all singed and
You seem a little more set.
dirty and cooked. Yeah, see? We just blasted the shit out of her. Look at that. She's all bloody and gross.
Keeping my eye on you.
We just blew her up.
Around animals.
The hair is always like that. Her hair is always that messy.
Humbled. I am in awe. Thank you for this.
Yeah, here, take all this animal blood.
Thank you.
Sucked it straight out of a cougar's asshole.
Graceful despite their size.
You're stupid despite your size.
One of our smaller friends, but no less important.
You're not important.
Among us, these incredible creatures.
Shut up, Mag. You're not important.
Where's them?
Shut up, Mag. You don't matter. I matter. Shut up, Mag. You don't matter.
Be careful. These can be lethal to the smaller critters.
Oh, hell. Let's just buy all of them.
You'll be able to sneak up to even the most perceptive creatures with this.
That's fine. At least I got enough to get me through dailies forever. I don't have to worry about having to come see you no more. Not for a while. 1, 2. Now I need to buy 2 to replace the 2 that I just used. Yak, yak, yak,
You won't
yak.
make any new animal friends with that. They won't even know you're there.
You need to leave me alone. Good day to you, madam.
Okay then. Thank you. Trust in nature, friend.
54 grand still. Nah, that's not bad. It was nice to reach a landmark 55 grand and stay there for a while. Like that was the main point of having 55 grand, was to say, oh look, I got 55 grand. I don't know what to do for this horse though. I don't know what to do with this poor horse. That's not my horse. Whoever's horse this is, will you come claim your horse? Please? No? Alright, well. What the shit? Please tell me you guys saw that. Like, that horse should be not there. That horse should be dead. Rest in peace, good buddy. Rest in peace. Do I have my emotes picked right? Nope. Alright. we have to do this right. We have to do this right. Where is it? To weep. Air banjo? Are you for real? Okay. We kind of have to put that on. There we go. Weep. We're gonna favor that. Outpour? What? Whatever. I didn't mean to. How do I emote? How do I emote at will? There we go. I will avenge this horse! I play some air banjo. Oh, are you kidding me? I still have to rescue the goddamn stranger. Hell no. Oh, wait. What's this? Are there any... Nope. I can't fast travel from here. It won't let me. Sad. Yas. Animal piggy fat. Piggy. It's been a pretty productive day. I ain't gonna lie, it's been a pretty productive day. I'm just gonna skin this thing right in front of the alligator, see what happens. Squeeze me a second there, Mr. Gator. Alright. Now it's your turn. Don't you sit there and growl at me. Told you I'd be right with you. Gosh. This reminds me of the summer I spent hunting wolverines with my uncle in Alaska. Gosh. Okay, I know I screwed that up. Dead piggy. Piggy. Yeah, I think I might hop on some GTA here in a minute and just check out what's going on, see if there's been anything added. I'm not really... Like, I don't have a whole lot of money in GTA right now. I should be working on all my GTA stuff, I just haven't had a will to hop on and play it. Mainly because nobody wants to play it with me. If more of my friends wanted to play GTA with me, I'd be down. I mean, I still know how to do $1 million mission. The cheats, the glitch or whatever for the Bogdan problem. Either somebody's coming through with their moonshine or no, they haven't passed through yet. Go on ahead. It was getting ready for either it was getting ready for a moonshine thing or somebody was running their moonshine. One or the other, I don't know. I think somebody is getting ready to run their moonshine and all I did was take out the guys for them, which is cool. That's fine. All they have to do is just run through now and deliver it. No problem. Did them a favor. Nice like that, I guess. Sure beats being a dick and sitting here waiting with dynamite arrows to blow them up. I get nothing out of it, so why would I sabotage somebody? You know, it's really dickish. I've had people, actually there was one stream I did maybe like 4 or 5 Red Deads ago, something like that, and I came across somebody, or 2 people in a posse. I came across them and they blasted my wagon to pieces. I was pretty mad, to tell the truth. Chances are somebody's running a moonshine wagon out of this shack. That's fine. That's cool. They go ahead and do that. You go ahead and do that. Anybody messes with you, it's fine. I'll get them. I got your back. By all means, I'm not gonna go after people for doing their moonshine missions. It's really lame to see people griefing on those. I got pretty good payback on somebody who blew up my wagon though. Shot a fire arrow straight into their horse's head as they were riding their horse away. And they caught fire and died from it. Payback's a bitch. Alright. Well, I think that about covers it. I did about 18 dailies today. I'm pretty happy with that. I just wanted to get back up there on my gold. My streak is forever screwed, but I don't keep track with the streaks no more because daily streaks are not they're not that good anymore. 2 iguanas skinned. I mean, I could make that trip out there to those little islands and go do that, but I just don't care. I just don't care. The alpine goats is another one. You can find those up in Emerald Ranch. I'm good. I really just not big on this game much anymore. Another game that I used to have a bunch of people I played with, but you know, now I'm just like, yeah, whatever. All good things come to an end. That's the truth of it. I don't think I would ever take this game as seriously as I once did. Not again, anyway. Do you know you can instantly sober yourself up in the Moonshine Shack by washing your face and drinking coffee quick? So if you're worried about, like, you're worried about having to run your wagon and you just drank some of your strong moonshine for those rings or whatever around your cores, just splash water on your face on the way out the door and drink some coffee quick. You're ready to roll. Sobers you right up. And then you don't have that whole thing where when you try to run you fall over. Handy hints for you. Also, while entering the Moonshine Shack, if you tap repeatedly on, I think if you tap repeatedly circle, it completes the drunken interactions daily, but I don't think that's still working anymore. It used to be a glitch that worked brilliantly, but now it's like, eh. Really quickly, we're going to browse the benefits. Get double rewards on collectible sales. Enjoy rewards and bonuses for collections all week long. Is it full collections?
Well, I have to say, you seem to be getting pretty good at this.
That's the Ansberg. Oh, double money on that. The Blue Water contract and the Cornwall contract bonuses. It's kind of cool. Earn extra capital. Capitale. Really hate that pronunciation. Earn bonus. Yeah, but the big one is those moonshine sales are boosted. I already got these, so I already claimed my benefits. Prime gaming benefits. Vitalism studies. That's pathetic. I'm sorry, that is pathetic. Vitalism studies and whatnot, Twitch Prime. So if you connect Prime, you'll get... I don't want to claim the... I gotta claim some of these. Oh, they're good until 2022 or whatever. Yeah, most of these are good for a while. 50% off select multi-class horses. I mean, unless they drop a brand new horse next week, I don't care. Select hats, don't care. Some of these I'm never going to use. 3 bars off gold bar decor. I don't care. 30% off ability card upgrade. Can I even upgrade any of my ability cards? Like, this is a problem for us players that are well seasoned or not new. People have been here for like a long time. all these rewards are aimed at newer players, and I mean, can I upgrade it? I would upgrade some of these cards if I could, but I don't need to. I don't want to. So yeah. Wait, what? Player stats? What are my player stats anyway? General. Core time remaining, heart 10 minutes. General stats. Total kills 63,570. Total deaths 3,239. Story missions completed 13. Are there more story missions? Oh wait, what is this? Rank progress. I'm really close to ranking up, but I'm not gonna do that tonight. Low hostility, weight, overweight, temperature, fair. Oh yeah, I am close to ranking up. Oh, excuse me, I am close to ranking up, but oh well. Toxicity. Certain animals are poisonous. If you become poisoned, your core health will drain rapidly. I'm not poisoned. Blending tonic. Beaver tooth trigger. All these perks. Statistics. General stats. Here we go. General stats. Character created 04/18/2019. Total cash earned 33,000. Wait, what? 334,660 and 88 cents. Total gold earned 2,101.88 bars. Total cash spent. Here you go. Here you go. 276,511. Total gold spent 3,206. Total kills 63,570. Total time spent in Red Dead Online 23 days and 13 hours. Total horses owned 26. Players killed 1,864. Buddy. That's right. Time wanted 1 day, 7 hours, 37 minutes. I did a video, like one of my first actual streamed videos was basically me on the rooftop in Saint Denis killing cops as they came, because the XP from killing a cop, like if you fire from the hip or whatever, it's eyes wide shut, and then you use special ammo as well. So like you get eyes wide shut, special ammo, kill, XP, etc, etc, etc. Total animals killed. Damn, shouldn't they all be extinct by now? 33,245. Unique animals killed 178. Animals skinned, plucked 17,770. Unique animals skinned and plucked. So there's only one that I didn't skin, aside from kill. 178, 177. Perfect kills 7,310. Hunting profits now 24,618.74. There wasn't much to do in the beginning of this game. Biggest fish caught 19 pounds 14 ounces. Yeah, buddy. Because I did it right. No, that's pretty cool to go through my general stats like that, and like, that's cool. That's really cool. I'm a bit of a beefed up badass, I guess. I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but yeah. All right. Well,
Marcel speaks to me about Calvados one more time. I
this is the point. This is the part in the game where I say adios. Part of the stream. I am getting tired. Been a long day. Keep the change from that yawn. But yeah, as always, like I go off about every single time I end a stream, wash your hands, wear a mask, socially distance, don't be an asshole, get vaccinated. Please get vaccinated. I don't know if I'm even supposed to share this information right now, but my sister and her husband recently, just like today, found out both of them tested positive for COVID. So it's no joke. And that side of my family tends to lean more right wing, so go figure. My sister obviously wanted to do her own research, quote, quote, quote. How much more research do you need if you just Google it and say, should I get vaccinated? No shit. I'm vaccinated. I haven't gotten COVID. Not once. Not once. But I'm not an idiot. I haven't been going out and pretending life like normal. I haven't really jumped into the, going back to normal. I've been playing it very safe because I've got an 11-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and now a 5-month-old. And I really have to keep my family safe. I have to keep my kids safe. I have to keep myself safe. And those around me safe. I can't afford to fuck around and find out. So, by all means, play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Isn't that what the saying is? I'm asking, I'm begging, I'm saying, if any of you, my friends, are not vaccinated, I'm not trying to be a preachy asshole, but it's in the science. I don't know how much more fucking research you need. And yeah, most of the time in the past, when they've come out with vaccinations, yes, it's taken them longer. They didn't have the technology. They didn't have the resources at their disposal that we put to work during this pandemic. So it may seem rushed, but they've gotten really damn good at manufacturing vaccines. Just take the fucking vaccine. Last thing I want is for all these idiots to go around and this virus to mutate again and render my vaccine useless and go back to square one. I'm already at the point where if you refuse to get vaccinated and you refuse to follow the guidelines, then nice knowing you. Nice knowing you. Maybe I didn't know you. I'm glad that you were taken out of the objective, or you were taken out of the whole string of I might have had to know you or had to have met you and maybe I wouldn't have liked you. So play it smart. Do what you can. Protect your family, protect your loved ones. Don't do it for you, do it for them. Do it so you're not an incubator for a virus like some sort of rat. You know how rats carry diseases? They are disease vectors. Diseases mutate and change and spread from rat to rat. You want to die like a rat? Because at this point, it's undeniable. The virus is real. It ain't no scamdemic or whatever people wanted to codename it. It's a serious matter. And I guess people are voluntarily taking themselves out of the taking themselves out of there. So Republicans have lost a lot of voters. No wonder they have to turn to the tactics they've had to, because they're losing voters at such an incredible rate, because they're the ones feeding their base this nonsense about not getting vaccinated, about not wearing a mask. I mean, when you think about it, you're setting yourselves up for failure because you refuse to do the necessary things to protect yourselves during an actual pandemic. If anything I can gloat about, I will survive this. I will outlive you. It don't matter what you have over me. You can't take none of it with you. I think we're well beyond the competing business. We're on to the page of, can you out-survive me now? I don't have to wait to find out. It's just a matter of time. So, grow a brain. Be smart. Get vaccinated. This vaccine, the Pfizer, I have had both shots of the Pfizer. I know what I got into when I got vaccinated. I know the science of it. I know what they put in me. They didn't change my DNA. They didn't put a tracking bug in me. For fuck's sake, throw your phone away if that's your biggest worry. And another thing, you're not that goddamn important. You're not that goddamn important. Nobody cares that much about you to track you. Okay? But if you're worried so much about getting tracked, and if you think it's got 5G in it, ooh, you're carrying around a mobile device that has a built-in location service to it through Google that tracks where you go, what you buy, what you look at, who you talk to. And it's got 4G connection. 4G being the standard. Unless you're using a goddamn flip phone that's still using, like, before they had any G, really, just 1G, 2G, or whatever. You're all fucking ridiculous. You're all fucking ridiculous. The arguments coming out of the other side are just ridiculous. Good riddance is all I have to say. All I have to do is survive you. Enough of you will finally die out, and we can finally have some changes and progress in this world. It's happening very fast, and you know what? I probably should encourage you to just keep being stupid, because I will get my way. I ain't no super villain or anybody with alternative gains or motives here, but my gain is I don't have you in my way anymore. Not for long. I just have to wait you out. So you want to be a competitive dick about it. You want to think in terms of that. I can honestly look at you and think, wow, what a piece of shit. At least I'm not going to die the way you're going to die. I don't have to have some stainless steel thing shoved down my throat to keep me alive. I'm not going to be gurgle derping, as they say, gurgling on my own last words, screaming about hoaxes and communism. And let me tell you another thing. If you're so against socialism, ooh, the boogeyman in the room. If If you're so against socialism, never call the fire department. Don't go to the hospital. Stay the fuck off the roads, sidewalks, state parks. Give back those social security benefits. Get off public funded health care. And go strive your fucking poor ass somewhere else. Go scrape by on something else, because you guess what? You're living on my dime, asshole. Meanwhile, shaming everybody else for living, just living. Shaming everybody else for using the same services we are all paying for. Collectively, those things benefit all of us. If you have such a goddamn problem with it, I want you to cut up your food stamp card. I want you to give back your stimulus check. Stay off the roads. Stay out of the hospitals. Don't use anything tax funded. You live your truth. Live your truth to the fullest. Or quit preaching, shut the fuck up, get vaccinated, and get back in line. I ain't no asshole. I'm just sick of the hypocrisy, and the projection, and the lies, and the conspiracies. This pandemic has gone on way too long. I'm close to losing people close to me now. It's finally hit close to home. And it's not just like it just finally became real to me. I have never wanted this for anyone, even people I disagree with. But after all the public admissions, all the fantasies shared from feeling empowered from having your wonderful orange calf to worship in office, you can fuck yourself. You can refuse that vaccine because I don't want you to have it. You can kindly exit stage left and get the fuck out of the way of progress. So tired of you. I'm so tired of this shit. I'm not living in fear of a virus. I'm living the reality of denialism from idiots who don't have the fucking sense to be safe during a time when it matters the most. And people close to me are now getting sick. People that don't deserve it. There's a lot of blame to go around. There's a lot of negligent homicide charges to be doled out after this is over. I hope you know. There's a lot of consequences. But I never wished for anything like this. I don't wish my enemies death. I don't wish people unwell. It's not morally correct. It's not right. You don't need to seek these extremes just because you have disagreements or doubts. Or because you can't swallow your pride and accept you lost an election, so the president that's currently telling you, go get vaccinated, you're trying to stick it to him. The only person you're sticking it to is you. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. I'm gonna say that again. You are an idiot. Something wrong with you. All these so-called professors of fucking online information. It's just conspiracy nonsense. I mean, when you go seeking truth, you seek bias. You're not looking for facts. You're looking for that which confirms your bias. You're just looking to try and be right by any means necessary, whether it's fact or fiction. Just if it sounds good and it backs up your feelings, that's what you're projecting out there. I am tired of living in someone else's dream. This is not my dream. My reality stays pretty much objective and subjective and centralized. It's my reality has a lot of your fiction with its boot on my reality's neck. Anything to protect the dream, anything to protect the lies, anything to protect the image, the narcissist belief that no one else exists but you. That no one else's feelings matter but your own. No one else understands but you, that you're the smartest person ever, and how dare anybody question you even though you don't know anything solid, in fact, yourself. Just all you know is what bias you can confirm of your own. It's just sad. It is. It's incredibly sad that we are at this point in humanity. We could have been further along, but you don't want to progress. You're afraid of being left behind. You're gonna get left behind. In shallow graves if necessary. And it's really sad we have to consider that, but what else do we do? You won't get vaccinated. You won't take care of yourself. You expect doctors and nurses to scurry around and suddenly take care of you when it's the most serious. Because suddenly something you've denied is now real. And you don't want to look wrong, so you want it fixed quick so you can go back to pretending. Nah. I don't want to go back to normal. The old normal sucks. The old normal fit someone else's pipe dream of reality. A fictional reality. A made-up, presumptuous lie that we all lived. I don't want to go back to that. I'm refusing. The truth will have its day. Undeniable, unfiltered, pure truth. Harsh truth. And you don't got the stomach for it. You're too busy sucking orange turds out of the ass of some puckery-eyed bastard. Some fake rich man put in front of you, elected through lies, and because you felt so threatened that a black man held a political office, it pissed you off so bad that out of your desperation, your party turned to crooked, cheating tactics, colluded with an enemy to cheat its way into office. And as soon as your asshole lost office, all of his policies, all of his laws, all of his things that were supposed wins for you, they suddenly got overturned. And you made no progress. You made nothing happen. You just wasted 4 years of time and 600,000 people dead. And you want to know why people are mad at you, why people want change? You're an ancient relic. You are doomed to fade with time. You are the one program that will not update and therefore will cease to function given enough time. Good riddance. I won't miss it. I envision a world going forward, but I don't see it going back to normal. Alright? I'm really mad at the world right now. I think a lot of people out there have good intentions in their heart. Maybe some people are some really good people. Maybe they do have good ideas. Maybe they have good intentions, but their ideas are terrible. Maybe their way of going about things is terrible, but we are going to see the end of the era of the Christian right wing's so-called rise to power. It will never happen. We will never see the South rise again. All these neo-Nazis and Confederate types and fundamentalists and all these people that sided with the far right on this last time around. All of your intentions were made known. You were too loud and proud. You gave it away. You told us, this is who you are. This is what you want. And now, by your own omission, by your own admission, you're guilty by it. We know what you want. You're not going to get it. You're going to be curbed at every single run. You picked the worst time to try and come to a rise. And now you're feeding yourselves alive to a virus. You're idiots. You're idiots. You're feeding yourselves to it. It's only a matter of time. We just have to wait you out. And that's the truth of it. We just gotta wait you out. Soon enough, enough of you will fuck off. And none of you will be able to implement a policy ever again. Checkmate. So yeah, that was my final note. Wash your hands. Wear a mask. Social distance. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. And if you won't, then go find a porch to crawl under and die. I'm sorry. There's nothing that can be done. The ignorance is thick. There's no help for you. Even if there was, you would reject it. You're hopeless. You're lost. And time will move on without you. That was just eerie. That little note that... But it's true. It is. I'm not just talking out of my ass here. I can see how this is gonna go years into the future here. COVID will become like the common cold or flu, where it only kills those who are not taking the proper precautions against it. We know how to handle a flu. We know how to handle a cold. But this is a virus. This is different. This isn't something you want to mess around with and find out what its final form can be. The longer we let it continue to spread and live, the worse it's gonna get, and the worse off we are all going to be. I just want everybody to be safe. I want everybody to be okay. Put the arguments away, save them for another time. We can always argue about things another day. Right now, take care of yourself. At least live to debate later on. Alright? That's the difference between us lefties and you righties. You righties are so quick to wish death upon us all and fuck us all with, you know, go get your gun, and shoot, and declare war, and be a big badass red meat eating, you know, jackwipe. But you can't even take care of yourself during a fucking pandemic. You got a bunker under your house stocked with all sorts of doomsday shit, but you're never gonna live to use it. Such a shame. Oh, and when all of you die off, enough of you die off, nobody's around to inherit what you leave behind because your future generations are just as dumb and ignorant as you are. They die off and they die off and they die off. Whatever money and wealth and assets you do have to your name eventually become assets of the state because no one is there to claim it. You hate socialism so bad. Maybe you might get vaccinated so you don't die and the government basically breaks down everything you own and sells it and keeps the money and divides it amongst us people. Just saying. Not very bright. The long term thinking is if you really are a Christian, if you really are a follower of Jesus Christ, then you don't want to harm others. And if you really are pro-life, you would do anything to protect it. It means taking 2 shots in the arm of a vaccine to stop a deadly virus from spreading. If you're scared of needles, you can always just admit it and have somebody come with you. Hold your hand, Mr. Big Man. If you're really afraid, you're afraid you might cry. You don't want to walk out in tears to your pickup and start your little live video and start ranting about how the government's going to take guns away. But no one's going to have to take shit from you if you don't outlive them. If you don't live long enough. If you don't get vaccinated, we don't have to take your guns away. You disarm yourself by dying. I'm sorry, I want to think of it as a bad thing. I don't want to look at it like a good thing that people are dying. But people who wish me harm are now harming themselves, and me, I've just got nothing left to say. Fuck them. Fuck them. You were all huffy and puffy and thinking you were gonna go grab your gun and take back your country by getting rid of everybody that disagrees with you. Fucking asswipe. You're dying because of a virus. You may not have it right now. You may not know you have it. You might have it. And you don't even know it. All I know is it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. You're not going to live long enough to see that day when you finally get everything you wanted as part of that far-right agenda. Even some of my lefty friends are unvaccinated. There's still enough of us vaccinated to matter. You know? Like Noah's Ark. There's enough of us to survive the world flooding. The rest of you can learn to swim. That's where I'm ending it today, on this stream. The very sickening, sad state of affairs, the world that we live in. It's so hard to communicate to people and be real with them and just even reach out to their compassion. Some people lack it. They see compassion as weakness. Compassion is a lefty ideology. Survival of the fittest. Well, yes, survival of the fittest, right? Absolutely. That's why I'm vaccinated. Because I'm going to outlive you. I'm going to outlive you. And I'm happy about it. You, on the other hand, well, my enemy's enemy is my friend. After a while, I might just learn to cheer on COVID. Sadly. Might just cheer it on. Because good riddance. You can't, in all conscience, be willing to spread a virus just to be an ass, risking your own life to do so. What is wrong with you? You know what I mean? What is wrong with you? Like, for fucking real. Like, what's wrong with you? So, man up. Put your big boots on. Your big boy boots on. Get in your big boy truck. Your little Trump train truck. Wheel on down to your nearest little vaccination center. And go take one for the team. And show up 2 to 3 weeks later. Get another one. Boom, boom, you're done. But if you do get vaccinated, I do appreciate if you shut the fuck up with your rhetoric about not getting vaccinated. Alright? Alright? If you do get vaccinated, I want you to shut the fuck up and encourage it. Encourage more. Or stand out of the way. Otherwise, you're just a hypocrite. It's not a violation of your health rights. It's a fact that you are a hypocrite if you're vaccinated and you're pushing anti-vax theories. Or telling others not to. There's something fucked up there. Something very un-Christian, unhuman about that. But seeing as the way things are right now, I don't have to try very hard to outlive you. The way I look at it is, say what you want, but unless you've taken proper care and precaution, not like any threat you have towards someone like me is going to even matter. It won't save you. Doesn't make you right. It's empty threats. Just a matter of time. But to those of you out there who are not completely rotten in the heart, who are still human beings, who still have kindness in their heart, to some extent, some sort of compassion, I'm begging you, for the people you love, for the people closest to you, for yourself, get vaccinated. Or wear a mask. One or the other. Don't fuck around. Alright, everybody. Be safe. Don't take any shit from nobody. Life's too short to be afraid. Alright? Live your truth. And never, ever, ever miss an opportunity to be kind. And if you're wrong, say it. Admit it. Say it to yourself. Until you believe it. Say, I'm wrong. Even just saying, I'm wrong, it triggers you to think about the things that you know you're wrong about. Why can't you admit it? At least I could accept you if you say you're wrong. But we'll see what the future has in store, huh? I think I might lay off the streams for a while. So that's why I'm pretty heavy with the messaging right now. Right now are dire times. It's time to speak up. It's time to say something. It is time more than ever to say something. That's why people are saying Black Lives Matter, because it's true. They don't matter more than one or another type. It's just the fact of saying they do matter. Native American lives matter. Asian American lives matter. If you're going to say all lives matter, why are you so threatened? Why are you so threatened? When one demographic steps up and says we matter. Why does it chap your ass so bad? All lives matter. Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah, all lives do matter. They do. Yeah, that's true. They should. They should. I don't know anymore. There's some people that just, I don't think they matter anymore. They're beyond saving, they're beyond helping, they're beyond anything. They're so far entwined in the right-wing camp that they're so certain everyone must be coerced and forced to be living in their idea of how things should be. Everybody should just deal with the shorthand they're given. No. Bunch of trust fund babies telling other people to work hard for it. That's bullshit. Fact of the matter is, we've all been working for it. Our parents have been working for it. Our grandparents struggled and worked and strived to get to this point where maybe we could have a discussion about why it's wrong to designate the ideas of a forced labor or unhappy labors. Jobby jobs like McDonald's just existing to be jobs to fill, serving at the whims of others, paid less than a living wage to do so. The work keeps going up. The pay stays stagnant. Even your grandparents didn't struggle as hard as people do today. You could afford to have 4 to 6 children, have a house, a car, all these things, to be a full family back in those days. Why was it made so hard now? Why has the idea of a good life been privatized? It's not the fact that more for others. It's not the fact that you think more for others means less for you. It's not just that alone. There's something deeper at play here, and you have to look at it. People are being kept poor to keep them from exploring other options because those companies have made so much money that they are viewed as too big to fail. But they pay nothing in taxes. They contribute nothing. But apparently they're job creators. That's fine. You know, create as many jobs as you want. Gas station jobs, fast food jobs. Those aren't jobs that are things that people go to school and aspire to. Nobody goes to college for 4 years and wants to end up living in barely getting by working at fucking McDonald's because they can't find a career in their field. Not everyone can be a CEO. Eventually you hit this wall where everyone in existence is hitting that wall because Not everyone can be at the top. Do you see what the idea of a income and title-based society like a class system has created? Do you see the problem? Someone has always got to lose to make someone else feel like that much bigger of a winner. It's not fair. It's not okay. And that system is also on the verge of ending now, thanks to COVID. My enemy's enemy is my friend. I'm so close to just cheering it on. Go, COVID, go. Change the entire system if you have to. Change the way things are done. I'm sick of it. If that's what it takes to wipe the slate clean and clear the dream world that we've all been living in, fine. I hate this dream. I want to live in a reality. But you can't handle reality, so the political argument on your end is always to defend the dream. To stay awake. To not see. To keep your eyes closed. Because you're afraid. You're the one living in fear. You wouldn't have to arm yourself and your ideas so much if you weren't afraid of change. That's where we have you pinned. You can't deny that. You're afraid. You're a minority. You're quickly becoming the minority. And you will never have the numbers again. Your ideas are going to be a thing of the past. They'll be extinct. They'll be dinosaurs. They'll be things that we dig up in reference to. Oh, remember when things were shitty? Oh, yeah. Yeah, those types. White people. It's all there. It's all right there. I wanted all this recorded. I want this out there. If I died tomorrow, at least the things I said here today, they're still out there somewhere, circulating. They're somewhere. I'm heard by someone. I'm not a hateful person. I've never known a world of love. I've always had the hatred, the indifference of you people up against every chance to progress. I blame you for why it's messed up. You won't get vaccinated. You won't take precaution. You'll project and project. You'll deny. Do yourself a favor. Have a look into psychology, behavioral psychology. I'm surrounded by a collection of behavioral psychology books. My mother went to college for counseling, and there's various books, thick books, big books on psychology, behavioral psychology, mental health problems. Denialism is one of the biggest factors in why our world is so messed up. It's true. Cognitive dissonance is a real thing. It's the fact that facts conflict with your understanding and beliefs and your version so much that you fight against it because you don't want to realize things. You don't want to understand things. Because if you did, they would make you flip your wit. You've lived a lie for so long that getting you out of it is impossible. You're born to live and die this way. There are a whole stock of people existing like cattle to be herded with this mentality. And you may possibly be one of them. It's so sad how you let yourself be taken before you even knew yourself. You just didn't want to know. So one pill solves all. One belief answers all. One size fits all. It's the simplicity that you need. You can't handle how complex it gets. That's where we have you. We will always have you pinned in your fear of knowing. It's true. It's so true. It's really sad. Because we can't just snap our fingers like magicians or hypnotists and snap you out of it. You have to want out of it. And you have to be able to accept that you're wrong. And you can't. Because you're afraid. Which is why people like you are dying of COVID. And why you're not worth the fight to save. Or it's better to just let that be the past and quickly become more and more the past and move on. No going back to the old normal. I'm sorry, there's no going back to the old normal. We can't afford it. There's no such thing. There was no normal to begin with. There was just generally accepted ideas of what reality is that are all wrong. And we've all been living a lie. It's time to admit that out loud. It's time to own the humility. It's time to own up to it. Are you so brave? Then admit you're wrong. And you know what? I sure as fuck hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong about you. I hope I'm wrong about everything. I hope you gain your wits back. And you do what you need to do to survive. I really do. It would sure be nice to have you come back to logic and reasoning instead of being so far off in some sided camp of political spectrum, off to the way right or to the way left. There's only humanity, man. There's only humanity. And if we don't band together soon, we may all be gone. But you before me. If you don't change your ways, you before me. At least I will live to see that. The people who want to harm and devalue my humanity are seeing themselves out the door. So, anyway. Wash your hands. Wear a mask. Get vaccinated. Don't be a dumb shit. I'm begging you. We can argue tomorrow. We can argue later. We can get back to having disagreements after we've ensured that you'll live long enough to lose that fight too. But for now, you're flirting with death. And I just can't follow you. I don't want to go that way. I'm sorry. You face it alone. You can't have anybody in the room with you when you go. You will die alone with a metal tube down your throat. Think about that. I do. I didn't want that. That's why I got vaccinated. That's why I got vaccinated. I don't want a metal tube down my throat, and I don't want to say goodbye to my family over the phone. Just doesn't fit what I want to do in life, you know. But yeah, no, I've been saying goodbye for some time, so this is where I actually do it. So like I said, I might not be on for a while, might not be broadcasting for some time. I don't know, my schedule is hectic and all over the place. Hopefully when I do come back, I'll be in a better mood. That's kind of why I'm taking a break. It's been so negative, it's been so politically aimed, the discussions in these streams. I want to have fun playing video games, but this is also a good way to outwardly communicate. So until next time, take care and good luck. I hope you change your mind.